hello. Hello, hello, hello. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, welcome to another stream of Planeshift, where we build our game, we make it better. And we try to have fun also in between. Yes. If you don't know yet, we have 14 tutorials out. Because, you know, when I do something, I try to do it for real. And so I did not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. I did 14 tutorials, videos. In 3 or 4 days it took me, evenings with you. And yeah, they are now out since some time. So if you want to check them... I think it may also be useful for veteran players. It's not just for new players, because I think that a lot of the stuff that is in here, some of the stuff that is in here may not be fully known just because it's not documented. So yes, yes. Hello guys, thank you for joining. Hello Dotted Fish. Hello Ayerboa. Hey. Hello Hula. I didn't watch last stream. What kind of progress were made on the tribes? It's like watching a soap opera. So we fixed the fact that now they all answer to the attack. So if you attack one of them, all of them properly react. And also if you attack one of their buildings, they all react and attack you. So that's very nice. So I think we are pretty much, I mean, we're very close to put it in game, but there are still few things that are missing. Well, some problems, right? Some problem left. So there are 4 problems that we have identified. The first one is that the NPC is chasing you forever, right? While it should stay in the tribe home range. And so this problem is connected. This problem is connected to the proximity list that we had in the past, right? So there were 2 functions here. There were 2 functions. One dedicated to when the actual when an actor is entering the tribe home, when an actor is exiting a tribe home, right? And those were used to trigger some actions. So basically we were sending perceptions. We were sending perceptions out. Now my suggestion would be, now we can redo this, right? We can redo this. I was about to redo it. The only question is how heavy this is, right? How heavy this is. There was a bit of a trick. If you look at the code here, there was a bit of a trick. Basically, the actor was set to be within the tribe. And the only thing that I don't know is But yes, I think we should do it. I think we should do it. I mean, if we see that it's too heavy, right, we can lower it to a check every 5 seconds, for example, right? And anyway, is only for the NPCs that are part of a tribe, right? Which is not that many. So I think I will do... and the other thing that I said, though, I said, well, considering that our NPC is already thinking every 200 milliseconds, right? Shouldn't we just do the check for out of bounds there? But I don't know if that's a great idea, actually. Because we can restrict the list, right? But I will have to do it for every tribe, right? I will have to do it for every tribe. Is there something that we already do for every tribe or not? Well, I think we have a tribes. I think we have a tribes array, right? And it is pointing to a tribe thingy. Bam ba bam ba bam ba bam. How many players have seen the tutorial? I don't know. I think there were like 30, 40, 50. You can go to YouTube and check it, Hula. Just go there and check the view count, right? You can read it there. It's a bit of a weird way. I mean, you don't have a way to get the... You can get a member by ID. I mean, by... It's a bit weird, actually. So get member, you have to pass... I mean, you cannot get the members list, right? So you access this way. So you basically have to get the member count and then... Okay. I mean, it's a bit weird, but fine. Fine. So I have to do a standard for loop then, because there is no normal I mean, you cannot extract the members manually, but anyway, we just do a get members, right? But fine. So check all alive tribe members. So we we have to do I mean, assuming that it starts from 0. It is extracting actually APS and PC brain, huh? Really? It's kind of interesting. Why is it returning? But okay, fine. Do we just have to check if he's alive, or we need to... Why don't create a get meta for the wall list? Yeah, I think we could, but it's the same, right? So it's one line or two lines. I mean, it's the same. It's pretty much the same. I mean, if you want, I can do it. I don't know why we don't have get members. It's kind of weird, right? Maybe we don't want to manipulate. We don't want, you know, we don't want anyone to manipulate from the outside the array, right? So you can just access one at a time. You can like delete, or if you access the array, right, you could then delete. So I think it's for safety from the outside, right? From the outside classes, but I think is kind of a useless concern, but yeah, I think that's the reason why it's done this way. So if the member is alive, basically we have to do this, right? Also, this thing is done in a weird way. This thing is done in a very weird way. It's done in a very weird way. This code is written in a very weird way. So there is a perception to enter the tri-bomb, right? And there is a perception to exit the tri-bomb. Right? So basically this wall thing well, basically, yeah, this wall thing, right? This wall thing needs to go inside of this. But it's not really this way, because the actor, I mean, the actor at the, I don't even know if we need the, well, we need the actor because, yeah, we need the actor, actually. In theory, you should never do this. You should always do this. Right? And so if the member is alive, if he's valid, and I would say also if he's actually a valid pointer, because you never know. You never know what happens, right? Then we get this guy. Now we have an actor to check that. So this is not, this we do the opposite, right? So we don't need this, but basically, we would like to check if, so we want to get the position of that actor, right? The position of that actor is nothing else than actor, get actor location, right? The sector we don't need, this we don't need, all of this we don't need. So now we are checking now the thing that I don't know, because here we're basically checking if that actor is part of any, is inside the boundary of any tribe, right? But I don't think we need that. I think that is a bit useless. So I think we can... I think we can check it only for our tribe, right? Only for our tribe, yes. So here we are checking for the tribe of this guy, right? If he's inside or outside. And I don't know why this thing has sector. I think sector, we should remove it. I will remove it. Sector is the way we divide our game into more manageable areas, but by the way, sector was not even used in this, so it seems to be okay. Ba-da-bam, ba-ba-da-bam. Bam, ba-bam, bam, bam, ba-bam. Bam, bam, bam. So check with inbounds. Okay, so if the guy is within the bounds of the tribe, right? Then we set this within equal to true. I don't know exactly why, but okay. And then we had this set within tribe, right? But you know what? I think we should send the perception only if it changes, no? I mean, what I mean is that if we have an area, right? If we have an area like this one, right? And it is the area of our tribe, right? And one guy is sitting here, is sitting inside, and is not crossing, right? Is not going outside or going inside. I mean, there is no reason to send the perception of inside tribe, right, over and over, right? So I think we have to check in the old code. So I think there should be an undefined that happens probably the first time, right? So the set within tribe should be, should we open the old Visual Studio? Wow. We should open the old Visual Studio 2010. Look at this, guys. There is Visual Studio 2010. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? There is the old code. Because I want to see that set within tribe, what was it? I think it was just a boolean, but I think it's not a good idea. I think it should be an int, or even better, enumeration. And there is the old code that was running in Crystal Space, which was another engine. Check if it is a new tribe. Update within tribe. Within tribe, result. So this was returning. It was returning false, or it was returning true if it was different than the previous. Okay, so yeah, it was already doing this, right? So it was already smart enough to do it if it was different from the previous. Yeah, the only problem is that if you start the game, right, and your creature is already inside, Well, I think that by default is false, which is outside, so it will probably start inside, so you trigger immediately the perception. So I think maybe fine. I think it may be fine, yes. No. Don't do anything stupid. There is no declaration of this? Oh, yes. Old tribe. What do you mean, old tribe? What is this? What is this? Sorry, it's a bit small for you, maybe, but what is this old tribe doing here? Which, by the way, is never used now. It's used here. Within tribe. Within tribe. So it's pointing to the tribe. Hello! Hello, raiders! Hello. Hey, hello everyone. Thank you for the raid, Oculus. Hey. Thank you. Let me start the server maybe so we show the game a bit since we have the raid. Hello. Hey. Thank you for the raid, everyone. Welcome. So here we are making an MMO. And which is actually released. If you want to download it, is available on Steam. You just have to search Planeshift, right? Planeshift like this, and you can find it on Steam. But if you don't like Steam for whatever reason, you can download it from our website, and you can also play it separately from Steam, right? You will be anyway on the same server. And yeah, our game is a kind of a fantasy MMO, sword and sorcery kind of thingy. And you have, I mean, the setting is completely original and made by us. And you can fight, you can cast spells, you can craft, you can do a bunch of different things. And these are just some of the screenshots so that you understand what is it. We made this game very long time ago, and then we upgraded it through the years, so yeah. And now we are working specifically exactly now we are working on a tribe of creatures, which is this tribe of creatures that creature that you see is moving there, that can actually build this one. They can actually build a village where they live. This is the village that they have built with different buildings, right? These are like defensive structures. There are some structures that are used to make the turret stronger or to heal the other buildings. Hey, Azerlin. Hey, thank you for the follow. And and now recently we made something that allows the tribe to react. Ouch. There are some traps. Ouch. Now I attacked one of the guys, and you see that all the others are starting to follow me. You see that they are swarming, trying to defend the tribe, except this guy. I don't know why. But anyway, maybe because he's born after the... Yeah. That guy is born after they attacked. Yes, you see that now also that guy... Now the guy is stuck, actually. For whatever reason, it seems that the guy is stuck. This guy seems to be oh no, okay. Well, I don't know. It was kind of stuck. But anyway, you can destroy the city if you want, right? You can attack them. You can destroy the buildings, but there are turrets. There are defenses. There are static defenses like this one. If you stay close, is generating below you. Yeah, that thingy, which is basically kind of a fireball. This one, you take damage going close, plus there is dam and whatever, right? So it's a bit of a... It's a pretty fortified place. Yeah. So there are a few problems we are trying to solve. One of them is the fact that if you aggro the creatures and you bring them very far away from the tribe home, they still follow you. They follow you forever at the moment, right? RTS? Well, no, but I mean the NPCs are playing the RTS themselves. You are not as a player. For now. Maybe in the future, but for now, no. They are kind of building, yes. Like a normal race would do, right? So they can build villages. Players cannot build villages yet, but maybe in the future they will. I don't know. And so now I'm working on the code that basically allows them to realize that they are too far away from the home and they have to react to that, right? And this was already partially working in the old game because this game is actually fairly old and it came from another engine back in the days, and we converted it to Unreal Engine, which was a pretty painful exercise, but I made it. It took me like 3 years probably to do it, but meanwhile I improved and changed a lot of things. Yeah. So here we are inside a code that's basically checking, right? So for each check all the tribes, right? And here is basically for each member, for each alive member, right? For each alive member, we check his position. We check if the position is still within the tribe home, let's call it boundaries, whatever, right? Which is this check. And I don't know why we have an NPC here. Let me understand why we are passing this. I mean, we are passing this NPC only for debug. It's a bit weird, but anyway. I don't know. Let's not change the code now because maybe it's used in 1 million other places. And then there is this set within tribe, right? That I was looking in the in the old code, right? In the old code. And in the old code there was yeah, this thing. They was basically setting the tribe on the actor. Now, this doesn't exist in our new code, so I think we should add it. So yet another function in PS character. Our PS character class is a monster. Is a creature of itself, but we can. Maybe one day we will split it in multiple subclasses, but it is really kind of a huge class. And yeah. So set the within tribe true, returns true if a new within tribe is set. Yeah. Now, I think we are gonna change this a bit. So because we want to use it only for our own tribe. I don't think we care if one NPC is entering the territory of another tribe, right? I mean, in theory, would be nice. What version of you I'm using? I'm using 543. 543. We upgrade. We started with 417 maybe, or 415, and then we upgraded multiple times. I don't understand exactly why we have this. I don't think I need it. I think the old code was reasoning on the fact that we wanted to understand if the tribe was a new tribe. But I don't think we... do we need this? Do we need to know? Do we need to know? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we will just very simply I think we will just very simply I think we will do this. We will just set a within tribe, and I think we will just have a within tribe, right? And within tribe, I think I want to have it as integer. And I want to have it as an integer because I want to basically compare, right? I want to compare the is within tribe with the previous, right? With the previous is within tribe. That at the moment doesn't exist, right? But I want to compare it so that we can then, you know, return this result, because if is already within, if he was within and is still within, right, we don't do anything basically. So we don't trigger the perception. We don't trigger the perception. Now the better will be to have an enumeration, right? But yeah, the better would be to have an enumeration actually. But I'm lazy. So -1 is undefined. 0 is outside of tribe range, and 1 is within tribe range. Okay, that is what it is. By the way, what were you guys doing? I remember you, Odd Oculus, but I remember also that at a certain point you said that you were planning to change and not stream anymore. Or anyway, you considered the let me see, 4 hours ago, 5 days ago, 7 days ago. Okay, so maybe you changed your mind. But I remember that you were like evaluating if it was worth, you know, to stream on Twitch. There was I don't know how much time ago, but maybe 8 months ago or 1 year ago. So you were like, it is really worth it to spend my time on Twitch. It is what you said a few times. I watch some of your streams. What's the status of the game? I mean, maybe you're not here, obviously, if you just finished the stream. Maybe someone else knows. So we do that. We do that. And so basically here we say if so in this case it's true, right? Because we check that we are within the boundaries, right? We are within the boundaries. So if we are within the boundaries, we set and we check if anything changed, right? If this one is returning true, because this is what it was, right? True was a new location. So is returning true if it's different? Yes, exactly, right? So we said that is returning true if it's different, yeah. So if it's different, we have to send the NPC brain, which is this. We have to send the NPC brain the perception. Now, the only thing that is a bit weird is that this one is sending the perception to the NPC and to all the tribe members. I don't think we need this at the moment. I think at the moment we just say... I think at the moment we just do this. We just do this, and in this one I would say at the moment I would say UE fix me commented out. Do we really need to notify all other members of the tribe, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it was a bit overdone. I think it was a bit overdone, actually. Now, if he's not within, right? If he's not within... If he's not within... if he's outside of the... Yeah, I don't understand why we need this. Why we need this thing, by the way. Why we have this Boolean thingy? I don't know. If he's not within, right? We set it to false, and we check if this is a new state. Again, the same as we did above, right? And if he's a new state, then yeah, there was a kind of a English error here. So he's saying leaving instead of leaving. Leaving instead of leaving, right? But fine. The problem is that, I mean, I can change this, no problem, but to change this, I will have to search it in all our scripts and be sure that we actually do the change properly, because there may be a significant number of scripts. Well, I hope it's only one, actually. Tribe, yeah, abstract tribe member, yeah, exactly. Abstract tribesman, yeah. In reality, it's only this one. So maybe we can just change it. Maybe we can just change it. There should be a perception. There should be a perception. There it is. And the behavior, they were misspelled by someone that was not English, native English speaker for sure. Here is saying I'm entering a tribe, I'm leaving a tribe, but I think what we want to say, I am entering my tribe, right? I'm leaving my tribe. I think we don't use it for anything else. We don't use it for anything else. So this will stay like this. And yeah, it's only one script. We have to remember to update the script because if we don't, we'll be a mess. So we have to be very, very careful. Remember to update this abstract tribesman, right? This abstract tribesman. And consumer tribesman. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you have any questions on the game or anything, please let me know. I know that most of you probably is AFK, but it's fine. So this will do the same, right? We will comment this out. Do we really need to notify all the members of the tribe? Yeah, exactly. So this, I don't know. At the moment, I will leave it commented out. And so we just set that he entered or exit the tribe. Now, this is just the perception for this is just the perception that tells every tribe member check all the tribes to see if an alive tribe member entered or left the tribe home radius or tribe home region. I don't want to call it region because the region is another concept that we have in the game, and let's call it radius, even if it sounds a bit weird. One thing that we may decide to do here, right, is to notify, search all the players crossing the tribe radius. Bow, 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 bow. We're making good progress here, eh? Good progress. Okay, so no, I don't know exactly what this will do, so we have to check. So the question is this leaving the tribe really doing something like having the guy return home? No. He's not. Someone has left my tribe. Someone has entered my tribe. But he doesn't have any... You know what is the problem? That if we say that... I think we need to override this. We need to override this particular behavior, because if we say on the abstract tribesman, right, that every time you leave, Yeah, I think we have to take this and we have to move it in the consumer tribe. Which is this one, right? So we will override this, and here would... Oh, what happened? And here, we will ask him to go back. And to have him go back is a matter of locating the tribe and percepting local move, right? So it's basically these two lines. So in theory, with these two lines, he will try to go back into a random place. Now you can kite the monster, which may be annoying, but I think is what will happen. But at the moment, I don't have an easy solution for kiting, right? We just want that the member stays pretty much in that region. So we need to understand if this kind of works now or not. So yeah, in theory, this is already executed, right? Okay, let's try to compile this way and see what happens. Did I set the value or no? Did I set the value? Yes, I set the value. And this thing starts at -1, you mean? Yeah, starts at -1. Why the script stored in the database ready in a text file? Well, because we have an app. We made a website basically, right? That we use to manage. And now it's down because I don't have my Apache running. Now Apache is running. So we have a website that is this one, where we basically manage everything that is in the database, right? So we manage scripts, NPCs, items. For example, if I want to search a specific, like this is the blacksmith, for example, Arnquist, right? Is the blacksmith of the main city, right? I can go here and I can check his description, his location. I can check his skills. I can change his skills. You know, like these are the stats. I can change his traits, right? His hair color. I can change the factions, the variables, the items. I can check I can change what he's selling, what he's training, right? I can change pretty much anything from this website. So having it on the database is powerful because you can easily search for stuff, right? And you can just read it from the game, from within the game. Okay, there was another place where we were checking. If tribe home checking has been enabled and NPCs in a tribe is checking tribe bounds. This one was already done then. Somehow. I mean, it's done in a different place, but this was... The problem is this check move okay. I don't know if it's used in... Is it used in Chase or no? Nah, it's all commented out. It's all commented out. All this stuff is completely commented out. Actually, it was in move operation advance, right? So... So basically we did something that was already there. We did something that was already there. I mean partially, because we had any way to trigger the perception, right? We wanted to trigger. But I think that the question is... set inside tribe home. Seems to be a bit of a duplication though. Yeah, seems to be a bit of a duplication. Like here we are doing pretty much the same thing, with the difference that we are checking if he's inbound. But then I don't understand why we use the other one then. I think there is a bit of redundancy in this code. And by the way, this check tribe home, right? What is it? Is a parameter in the script operation. Was this documented or no? Nah, it's not documented. Well, wait, maybe it's not like this. Wait. Check, yeah, exactly. Check tribe home is like that actually. No, but it's not documented. It's not documented. So in theory, in every move operation, we could add the check tribe home, right? But I don't know. I think I prefer it this other way. It's way more clear. It's way cleaner, right? It's way cleaner. Now the problem is, how do we change these functions if well, here we just remove the sector, so I think it's an easy fix, right? Yeah, but it's a bit of a duplication actually. It's a bit of a duplication of check move. Okay, I think I want to put a note that we are basically doing the same. UI fix me, we say there is a function in all move script operations that was designed to do something similar to this. At the moment is not used, but if we re-enable it, it will be a kind of duplication, right? With this code. Yeah. Somehow, I mean, not exactly, because it's doing other things. Basically, what that is doing is whenever the NPC moves, if we said check within boundaries, is basically immediately sending the NPC back or not. I don't even know what it's doing though. I don't even know what it's doing, by the way. I mean, it's sending up a perception of out of bounds. It's sending a perception of out of bounds, but I think the one that we have that is actually sending me back is better than sending the out of bounds. I think is easier. Yeah, so managing stuff in the database is always better because you can easily, you know, search it and unsafe mix of type and boolean. True. True. Well, I can cast it to boolean. Yeah, I want it this way, right? I mean, if he's -1, if he's -1 is I don't know if you cast a -1 to boolean, what happens, right? What happens if I in C++, what happens? What is the result? I mean, it should be false, right? If I cast an int -1 to a boolean, it would be false, I guess. Fuck, -1 converts to true? Jesus! -1 converts to true. Wow. Interesting. -1 converts to true. Okay, so we can say that if is between tribes is equal to -1, right? We so is yet undefined, right? We can set this and we can return true. Then if it's anything else, right, which basically means that, then we return this by casting explicitly to boolean. I think this one I would never catch it, by the way. Never catched it. Right? He really doesn't like it, huh? He really doesn't like casting integer to boolean. He really is really upset, but we don't care. This is what we need. How do you manage versioning control when any database and push changing from your local database to production? That's a good point. I mean, I have a file here that which is this one, which is called update schema, right? Where I'm tracking all the changes that I do for every release, and as I develop, I note in this file all the stuff that has to be merged into the production database when we do the next release, right? So for example, this is all the stuff that we did in 0753, and this is all the stuff that, you know, is still pending because we didn't do a release of this stuff yet, right? So well, actually it's not really true because this one I did, but yeah, so I keep it in this file, and I hope for the best. There is no real database source control. Yeah, it's manual, yes. For the database it's manual, yes. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, we can see if it works, right? Maybe something works. I don't know. So what we wanted to solve is that our NPC is not following us forever. But when he realized that he's outside of the region boundary, of the tribe boundaries, he's going back. No. Now this file, the SQL file anyway, is in Subversion, right? So you can always check it and see what changed from release to release. But yeah, I don't have a way to version the database. Also because the database is very big. I mean, we have millions of records, at least in the production database. So it would not be very handy to version it somehow, right? I don't know how other people do. I mean, if there is a better way, but for me, it's fairly easy as is now. Okay, so basically now, if I try to attack this tribe, and the easiest way for me probably is to go that direction. If I attack a building, you see that they're all peaceful and not attacking me. But as soon as I attack a building, and I do damage to the building, oh wow, they didn't react. Why they didn't react? Do we have a problem? Is it a range issue or what the? It was working yesterday, right? Maybe the brain didn't load because we did the changes and so the brain is now fucked, or when you say brain fucked, yeah, pretty much. Maybe it didn't load properly, I don't know. Because it seems that they are not reacting as they should. At least to the building they are not reacting. Quickly checking if there is any error in the log. It doesn't look like. Did you... why? It was working yesterday, right? Okay, let's try to attack one of them, which is anyway... but we have to check it again, because in theory they should react. I don't understand why they are not reacting. If they're just lazy at the moment... I'm trying to stay away from the turrets, because I don't want to take too much damage, but... okay, let's try... okay, so actually they aggro me, but they didn't see me. But they actually aggro me. Okay, let's see if we go outside of the range, right? I don't know how much is the range, but I think is... I mean, I think that now they are already outside of the range. I don't know if he... it's only when they stop. Nah. I am leaving my tribe, you see? They... okay. So they realized, right? They realized that they were too far. And they are going back. Now, I don't know why they realized it only here. Like, it took them quite a bit to realize that they were going too far. But you see that... I stayed away from the towers. That's why it was not attacked. Now, invisible, no, because I made myself visible. They are returning home. Now, when they return home, they are not upset anymore with you, or are they still upset with you? I think they are still upset. But I don't know why this guy is doing this. I don't know why he's moving so stupid. Sometimes they are moving a bit stupid. So he said the tribe is under attack. Yeah, you see, if I'm at more than 20 meters, they're not really reacting well, though. But I mean, it's better than before. Now, I would like to understand when they realize. Ah, you see, someone realized that it's too far and is going back. Okay, that's nice. Why only one of them, though? This guy as well. Now, this is very exploitable, right? Because you can attack, you can continue to attack them while they go back. Let me see if I attack this guy while he goes back. I think it reacts actually. So in theory, you can lure him far away with this technique, right? Like he probably is going to realize that he's far away from the tribe again. I don't know why. I don't understand why it takes him so much time to realize. If he has to stop, it looks like the chase. It looks like the chase behavior is stronger than the leave the tribe thingy. So it seems that he's more willing to fight than to return to his tribe, right? At the moment, he has fight 300. And he has... yeah, like now decided to go, right? Now he decided to go. Local move 335, 355. Tribal home leaving 30. I mean, you can still lure them to wherever you want, right? But at least if you just run away, they give up. But you can go back, attack him again, you know, and continue and try to bring him away. Now, I don't know why these guys are not trying to reach me. I think they are trying, but they have this difference between the visible range and the attack range. So, for example, now these two are attacking me, but now, yeah, like that one realized that it goes back. I don't know, it looks a bit, it looks weird though. It seems that they really want to do at least few attacks. And then they go back, right? Because here we are for sure outside of the... Yeah, you see? I mean, after few cycles, they decide... But it's okay, I think it's okay. What if there was another tribe tower granting them shields if they leave the range? Yeah, it's not to be too complex. It's a good idea, but it's too complex. But basically, they will return at a certain point, right? And they choose a point within the boundaries of the tribe, and they go back. I think anyway, these guys will die, right? So what will happen in a normal scenario is that they will die. I just don't want them to go on forever. So I would say that even if it's not perfect, but this point is solved, right? Or partially solved. I would say that chasing you forever is completed. Or anyway, we have a solution, right? It's a partial solution. Now, the second problem was the range of chase that must be equal to the range of the melee fight, right? And we just have to fix the script in this case. Yes, but I don't remember which script. So is the difference... Because I think there is a chase... I don't remember. I think there is definitely a chase inside... Oh, there is a chase even in this. What is the chase in this? Is no interrupt maybe? Yes, no interrupt chase. No interrupt chase. Yeah, okay. No, but this one is not the one we were searching for. I think the one we are searching is inside fight. Inside fight, yes, that is this chase, right? So the chase range is 75. Is this what we said? Yes, the chase range is 75. But the melee seek range... Melee seek range is 75. This is the same actually. 75, 75. Now, I think the melee seek range of the abstract tribesmen in the normal attack, in the united attack. I think we fixed it then, but it's still doing the stuttering. I think there was a 20. If I remember, we seen it yesterday, right? There was a 20. There was a 20. There was a 20 or 25. Offset angle 20. Chase range 20. Behavior chase. Wait a second, what is this? That is in the there is another chase in Abstract Tribesman, which is redefining the chase to a smaller value. That I did not see. Where the hell is this? Is explore Antresource. Go work, resurrect, buy, breed, wake up, sleep, go to sleep, mine, resource, hunter, I read it, chase. Okay, so this one should go to 75. Well, 75 seems to be an insanely long, but anyway, let's do 75. I mean, 75 is really long. Yeah, we discover what is the stutter in the movement. Is the difference between the chase range and the melee fight. That it has to be exactly the same. What is it doing here? Private NPC action. Attacks. There is one guy that went crazy. You know, there are these attacks, there are this printout, right, that are happening very often, and there is another problem, by the way. Fight. Attacks. It is very strange that this thing is running at that speed, right? You see that this guy's continuously saying this? Is it stopping if I go closer? It seems that sometimes it's entering a freaking loop where one of these things fails. But anyway, all these debug printout we should remove. I mean, we should. I mean, those were all debug printout that we added just because we wanted to. We wanted to see what was happening, but I mean, ready for work. I mean, these are like weird creatures, so they should not really speak ever, right? I mean, the tribe is under attack. To me, it's kind of fine, but I think that the problem in fight is this inside fight. There is inside fight, right? It is inside fight, and I think it's ridiculous that we have inside fight all those printout. I think all the talk should go away, right? All this talk should really be removed because these are happening every 200 milliseconds, right? And I failed to attack. I think I never seen it. So we have to remember to also re-upload the fight behavior. Less talking, more fighting. Exactly. By the way, in the meantime, they killed me. In the meantime, they easily killed me. Okay, I think we can restart it with the new changes and we see if they don't stutter anymore, right? Hopefully they don't stutter anymore. Pam pam. By the way, guys, if you want to help the project, there are a million ways to do it. We have a kind of an open development philosophy, so where pretty much everyone that wants to help and do something, you know, it can contribute. Now, there are certain, obviously, rules and certain boundaries, but there are people that sometimes contribute, you know, 3D models or art or dialogues or voiceovers or whatever. So if you want to contribute, let me know, and we can think to something. Also, we have this open task. Right, we have this open task spreadsheet. You have to click on the second tab to see the tasks. Where basically I'm keeping some reasonably easy, well, they're not super easy, but anyway, reasonably easy task that anyone can do without a lot of additional knowledge in the game. Okay, let's make ourselves visible, and I just want to make myself so that some of them see me, right? Because I want to be sure that they are not aggroing me from the beginning, but they are aggroing me only when I attack the buildings. Yeah, you see that they saw me because they immediately turned my way, right? So they saw me, but they don't do anything. Now let me try to attack this again. Yeah, now it worked. Why didn't it work before? I don't know. That is very strange. Anyway. We will try to go far away, right? And see if they still stutter or not. In theory, they should not stutter anymore. They stopped, I think, because they are going back home. Yeah. Because they are going back home. The tribe is under attack! I will hide. I'm not here! So the stutter was happening when you were more than 20 meters from them, right? When you were between 20 and 75 meters. And you see that now it seems that it's not happening. Where is this guy going? Uh-oh. The tribe is that way, my friend. I don't know where you are going. Huh? You were chasing me? Are you, so you were faking a return to catch me, huh? The tribe is under attack! Anyway, it kind of works. Yeah, they're not stuttering anymore. You see that guy in the distance? Is not stuttering anymore. Fuck! It's stuttering now again. Why stuttering again? No! Why? What is that guy thinking? Try bomb leaving 250. Fight 214. Chase 214. That's very strange. It was still stuttering. Somehow. And it is now again. So it's like if the chase... If I go close... Even if I go close, it doesn't stop. What the fuck? It's only this guy or what? I think it's a weird situation. I don't know why it happens at the moment, but you know what? Our game is not perfect. It will never be perfect, so it's okay. Let's consider that we did this, but we still see the problem, right? The problem is still there somehow. So this one is kind of partially solved, right? It's like 50% solved, I don't know. The tribe goes in a dormant state and doesn't rebuild. I don't know. If you kill an NPC, is he spawned again? Yeah, exactly. This is something that we have to check. So if I kill one of these guys, let's kill them all if I can. I kill you! Ah, you're dead, eh? Ah, you're dead. I have like 6,000 sword skill now, so I'm like... Jesus. Jesus. There were only 3 of them or 4. I think there was another guy. Ah, there's another guy down there. There's another guy down there hiding. Come here. Huh? Can I attack him? What? What? I think the server crashed. I think the server crashed. Yeah, server crashed. The server crashed. Interesting. Why it crashed? Why it crashed? It crashed on NPC brain get most hated. It's the same crash we had yesterday. NPC brain 1848. It's probably something that is happening after they are dead. 1848. Search all character in a given range. NPC. Get pawn, get well. Oh, wait a second. This may not be valid, huh? This call is super risky. Because get pawn may not be valid. By the way, what is the difference between get pawn and get actor? Huh? Get pawn. If controller, return this. Otherwise, return null. Hmm? Get actor is returning the NPC actor, right? But get pawn, get actor is returning the NPC actor as a weak object pointer. We can then check for validity, right? But get pawn is returning, is doing something weird. Is checking if there is a controller. He's checking if there is a controller, and then he's going on the controller and he's getting the pawn associated, right? Oh, why we use this? Why we do this? Holy shit. It's in a million places, boys. Ah, no, it's in a million places because there is an Unreal function called that way. There is an Unreal function that is called get pawn. No, I think we should merge it. We should merge it and just use get actor. Let me do this. I don't understand why we did this thing. It's very strange. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. I mean, here is crashing for sure. And here it could be crashing when you dump it. I mean, if he's only using these 3 places, I think it's an old thing. If something is targeted, use it. I don't understand why he has to go through the controller. Is it because of the... If you are on a mount? If you are on a mount... If you are on a mount... No, because we would do get rider. But it is definitely used, right? It's definitely used few times. It's definitely used few times, but I don't know. So basically, if there is no controller, is automatically returning null. And if there is a controller, is then using the get pawn of Unreal. right? Because there is the get pawn of Unreal. It's a bit risky. It's a bit risky to change it because I don't know why I did it and if there is a reason. Unfortunately, there is zero documentation. So we didn't add any comment, anything to this thing. But okay, let's try to understand. Let's start to understand how big is the problem, right? Let's start to understand how big is the problem. But I don't think it's a good idea to have two methods to return the actual pawn of a brain. I think there should be always one method, right? One method. And I don't understand why we have to go through the controller. Because even if... I mean, obviously if there is no controller, it will not be able to move. Right? It will not be able to move. But... I don't know. Let's see removing this function, how many others... I mean, in how many places? Hopefully, it's just these 3 places inside of NPC. If he's inside NPC operations everywhere, like if he's in this class, in many places, I don't think I can change it. I already see 17 errors, so probably these are all the Jeez, is everywhere. Is absolutely everywhere. Well, it's not everywhere, but yeah, it's in a lot of places. But why we do this? I mean, this is so much prone to crashes. Look at this, right? So this function get pawn, right, is returning null if there is no controller. And here we are not even checking the validity. We are just doing PS character, right, get race info. So this will crash 100% of the times if there is no controller. So why we want to do that, right? I mean, the difference is that when we have a mount, right? When we have a mount like this giant turtle, we don't have a giant turtle mount, but we will pretend now that we do. When we have a mount, right, and the character is on top of it, and the character is on top of it, the controller no, so absolutely not, because the controller is the player controller. Yeah, it's the player controller, right? So the player controller is moved from the character to the mount. So basically the player controller is pointing to the mount, to the giant turtle, and this ensures that all commands go to the turtle, you can move with it and such and blah blah blah. But then for inventory stuff, you know, we go back to the thing. Now here in this get pawn, right, the in theory doesn't exist anymore because I removed it. It was going to the controller, right? And this is why I'm thinking that maybe it was for that reason, right? So he's taking a character, he's going to his controller, and then he's going back to the pawn again, right? He's going to the controller, he's going to the pawn again. So it's like he's trying to skip the problem of... But the problem is that this thing is inside NPC brain, right? NPC brain is not used for characters. Hello, Constrabus. Triangle feet? Well, it's a bit more than triangles, but... I mean, it's... beautiful, Tarkon. So I think we have the same. I think the problem stays the same, right? That all those functions that are like relying on the fact that this is actually returning a valid value may all be wrong, right? And but I think I prefer to merge them all in the same function, which is actually get actor, right? But I mean, assuming that this is valid is super risky. I'm 50-50 in changing this, guys. I'm 50-50 because this is affecting other parts of the code. It's affecting a lot of the NPC reasoning, and I don't know if doing this change will do something, right? At the same time, I think in a way I want to do it. Yeah, plus there is that issue, right? That I mean, this will also fail 100% if that is not valid, right? Ah, but we check it here. We check it here. These things are... There are some parts of this code that are very bad. There are some parts of this code that are actually very bad. Because some of this code I have converted from the old from the old game to the new game with some substitution, right? So I did some mass find and replace, right? And so sometimes you see some weird, for example, this one, right? So this is already returning a TWIC pointer to APS character, right? So why the hell I have to cast it again, right? I mean, like, this check is completely useless. Well, it's not useless, but I mean, it would be better. It would be better to just use NPC actor, checking that the NPC actor is actually valid, right? So instead of this, right, we could just say if NPC actor is not valid, return null pointer, and then we can use NPC actor everywhere, right? And pretty much here the same, right? Because NPC actor is a T-weak pointer. I'm a bit scared to do these changes because this stuff is I mean this stuff runs, you know, hundreds of times a second for thousands of functions, right? So it's basically the whole NPC brain, every NPC is thinking through this. But I think that removing here the reference to that, but using the current world, I think is a better idea. Because I think it's stupid to try to go through that world, right? Instead of doing this, I think this is cleaner. Skip brains without pawns if NPC is not loaded. Why you cannot type there? So we will do this. Like, for example, here, who is checking then NPC actor is not? Who is checking NPC actor is valid, man? Who's checking that memory NPC is actually valid? I mean, memory NPC, well, it's doing if memory NPC, okay, but who is, I think we should do if memory NPC and, memory NPC, get actor is valid, right? Because otherwise it is going to go to shit. Okay, we may have a simplified code or a non-working code very, very soon. Like here, for example, it's doing list reactions, right? So it's just iterating through all the NPC. And he's assuming that get pawn is valid, right? But he's not checking if it's valid. He's not checking if it's valid. Right? Why if I type it? Okay, anyway. I was about to do a fatal mistake. Huh? I was about to do a second fatal mistake. What is this? Okay, we recompile. Now, these changes should be good. Okay. Is in another 1 million places. Is in another 1 million places. Now, these are all debug functions, right? This list reaction is a debug function. So in theory, we call it only as a game master, you know, to see what is going on. So it's not really... It's not really important, right? I mean, it is, but at the same time, is not super risky. This one is about movement. But it is only a printout. There is only a printout. There is only a printout. And only if that is enabled. So this line basically is never touched. I think this line is never touched. Delete NPC. Yeah, also this one, I think we never used it. This one is another printout. This one is distant to destination point. Well, assuming that at the moment the NPC cannot be on a mount, I think this should not be a problem. This is risky. This is risky. It is risky, but we will assume that we will accept the risk for now. I will just change them all, my boys. I will just change them all and see what happens. Let's see if we break it completely or not. Let's see if we manage to destroy our game with in one evening. Which unhealthy mindset said -1 to true in C++? Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. Didn't know that the engine accomplishment was done in C++. Yes, it is. It is a mix. It's a mix of C++ and blueprints. Okay. Okay, we finished, boys. Do you want to see if he blows up? I don't even remember what we were testing, by the way. The tribe that goes in dormant state. Okay. Now, I wanted to understand why the tribe is not reacting when I attack the buildings. Well, actually it did. It did now, but it didn't do before. It seems that sometimes the tribe is going in a kind of a dormant state, yes. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what is going on. This part of our game is fairly complex, so it's not easy to modify. I mean, it's very flexible because we can do all the changes we want from scripts when it's working, but It is fairly complex. I don't know if I would redo it today, right, from scratch, if I actually would use that much scripting. I don't know. I mean, it's very handy on one side, but... Bam, 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 bam. Ba, ba, bam. Ba, ba, bam. Okay, let's see if the NPC are moving properly and they're attacking properly and they are reacting properly. I mean, if that is working, we already have a kind of a validation, right? That that our code is fine. Are there any NPC around? Yes. Can I attack you? Hello. The tribe is under attack. Yes. Are your friends following me as well? Yes, they are. Okay. Okay, so we will try to kill again this NPC, right? Or all of them. Take this. You dead. Take this. You dead. Ah, I ranked up. Somehow. No, you are dead. Why this guy doesn't die? Okay. They're all dead? Okay, let me try to attack a dead one. Okay, it's already dead. Okay, so in theory we killed 3 of them. There should be 4. Or we killed 4. I don't know. Do you see another one? Yes, there is another one there in the middle. So if I attack the buildings now... Because the idea is that the tribe rebuilds itself completely, right? It's getting healed. Did you see the health going up? Because one of these buildings is healing the other buildings. Fantastic, huh? Why that guy didn't react? Hello? I'm attacking your village! Hello? I'm attacking your village, yes! Do you care? Or you don't? Ouch, the turret. Ouch. It seems that he's kind of stuck. He doesn't care. Ouch. I'm destroying your whole village. There seems that sometimes they get into a state where... Oh, you died, huh? So, for example now, right? Now, it would be very interesting to know what the tribe is doing. Would be very nice to know what the tribe is doing, because... So the tribe is saying... the tribe is saying... We have 4 members. And 4 of them are dead. Correct. So the tribe knows that they are dead. The tribe knows that they are dead. Why is not reviving them? The tribe. I remember we had a resurrect thingy on the tribe. For that NPC, just resurrect. My fear is that we are executing this instead of executing this. And so now he's stuck into the execution of that recipe and he cannot revive them. Yeah. Or there is a problem with the cost, but I think I said that the cost, the wealth is Z. No, we need to debug this. We need to debug it. We need to go in debug mode and see. But I think that the problem is, yes, it's not resurrecting them. The problem is just that. It's not resurrecting the NPC. Okay, let's go in debug. And my fear is that he's entering always here. But no, in theory, no, because members is saying that he has 4 members. So he knows that he has 4 dead members. So this will be 4, right? So he will enter here. And then for every member, he will check that he's alive. So I don't know if there is a problem with the resources, maybe. Could be. Could be that he's still... I mean, that this is failing. That this line is failing. Because this tribe has no resource needs. And maybe that is failing. Just a second. There is a guy. There is a guy in need of the interaction button. Um... Perception... Why I have a bracer on my side? Because I put it as a visual equip. Okay. Okay, so we want to kill again these guys and see what happens, okay? I think it would be best if all 4 are actually... I can just kill them with a command, which is easy. It's the same anyway. Okay, so this guy is dead. Now, what we want to see is for the dead guy, if we go into this line, this one. Yes, we actually enter here, but probably if alive count equal to 0, count resource greater blah blah blah, add resource. Why is adding a resource, by the way? But yeah, it's triggering the perception event. Yeah, it's triggering the tribe resurrect. Yeah, it's doing it. The problem is that it's doing it continuously. It's doing it continuously, my boys. Well, it's doing it continuously because the trigger event is not... Yeah, but there is definitely something fuck up here. There is definitely something fucked up, for sure. Let me see what is going on here. If max range is greater than 0... Huh? It is a range-based perception? No, it's not. Okay, so fire perception. Fire perception. Check all the reactions. Yeah, now the question is, do we have a resurrect reaction? But I don't know if we have a resurrect reaction on the tribe. Tribe resurrect. We are doing it on who? We are doing it on one NPC. Yeah, we are doing it on one of the dead NPC, right? Because this is looping, right, for each member. Yeah, it's looping for each member. Okay. So for each dead member, right, is checking his reaction and is searching if there is a resurrect reaction in his brain. Is there? Yes, there is a tribe resurrect, which is actually number 9. Okay, number 9. So if we go to number 9... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is the reaction. This is the reaction, right? So if we go in, should react. Yes. If dead, we should not react unless when react dead is set. Oh shit. Okay, it's true. Okay, good. We go through. Check if the active behavior should not be interrupted. Check if the active behavior... Okay, it's not. Check if this reaction is limited to all interrupters on given behavior. No? Okay. Check the condition. There is no condition. Okay, for debug the timer, okay. Adjust the need for the trigger behavior. No. So in theory, he's executing it. He's executing it, my boys. Ooh, NPC type, IS need. No, but the only problem is that, I mean, he's asking the NPC... It just always say that I cannot pick it up in the main chart box. I suppose I will have to wait and you craft new one. I'm playing with the friends that have been doing mining. I cannot just... Okay, let me go to this guy. Let me go to this guy. Let me go to this guy 1 second. I'm coming to you. I'm there. Let me check. What's the name of this guy? Is Joe de Vivre. Hula, there is a guy named Joe de Vivre. Okay, why cannot... Why cannot... By the way, this thing is wrong. Are we missing a table here? Show me the thingy. What is it? What is the thing? It's not this one for sure. This is part of the scenery. This is not his rock pick, I guess. No? I don't think so. I don't think it's his rock pick. He's not guarded by anyone. This is not your rock pick. Hello? Can you speak? I don't think that one is his rock pick. I think the molten ore is... yeah, the molten ore is his, but the rock pick is part of the scenery. I think someone dropped it. Just... someone put it there as part of the scenery. It's a GM item. They did quite a mess anyway in here, but yeah. Is there a rock pick somewhere that they accidentally dropped anywhere? I mean, like outside of the world or whatever. Because sometimes people tend to... Why these pliers are in this stupid position, by the way? Weak. Weak. Much better. What is this? Pile of dust. Someone dropped a pile of dust. Don't use the use button. Okay. Fantastic. I could have sworn it was over here, and I also drop ore here. Well, the ore is there. You can pick up your ore for sure. I mean, it's Joe the Weaver. It's not his. Is the other guy. Is the other guy. I can give him a rock pick anyway. My thing just disappeared then. Okay, I can give you one. I can give you a rock pick. No problem. Take that rock pick. It's also a bit used, but I don't know why he dropped his thing. I mean, we can check maybe outside, but it's kind of... Maybe he's on the roof. I don't know. People tend to click on stuff and drop things in the most crazy places, but... Let me see if by any chance it's like underground. There is there is stuff like floating around, but what is this ore doing there? I don't know. I don't see it. I think that is I don't know. He just lost it. I mean, they can anyway share the rock. If there are two people, they can share the rock pick. I mean, it's not here. It's not here anyway. It's not here. Maybe he dropped it at the... Maybe he dropped it at the... Maybe he dropped it here. I already see a bunch of stuff here. What is this? Rat-eyed, rat-eye, rat-tail. Who is dropping this stuff in here? I guess it's fine. There are a number of rat thingies that are dropped here. I don't know why. I should do some cleaning. Are these actually setting items or no? Someone really dropped these items in the game and forgot them there. 4 rat-eyes. Okay, we saved these guys anyway. Okay, and now I completely forgot what we were testing. Yes, we were testing the resurrect, right? So it seems that the resurrect is actually running. The problem is that if that guy is dead, how can he resurrect himself, considering that resurrect is a brain activity? Right? Because I think this is the problem we are having at the moment. So current behavior, apply need up. Because I think that the NPC, when the NPC is dead, his brain stops, right? At least I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but you see, he's doing apply need absolute, right? So he will actually set a need, right, of 4,725, right? But I think he will never react to it. Execute the perception. So what we are saying is that he will execute a perception for tribe resurrect. Resurrect. Tribe resurrect. When dead equal to yes. This when dead probably allows the NPC to execute it also, but I don't know because I disable. I mean, I did some optimization some time ago, and I have stopped the brain when he's dead, right? So I think that this may not be, but anyway, is applicable when dead. Applicable to NPC state. But I think that this guy at the moment is not ticking. Right? My guess is that this guy will never tick until, because here is doing execute perception, right? I mean, we can go in execute perception, but this perception is empty. Yeah, this perception is empty. I think that what is happening is that and this will go on forever. I understand tribe advance, but I don't think that the brain advances going forward. I think that this NPC brain at the moment, let me see, brain advance, disabled. Well, it's not disabled. So in reality, do we arrive here? We continuously go through this. We basically continuously try to resurrect, but no, I think I think the brain is not ticking when dead. I think that's the issue. I think that's the issue, my boys. I think that's the issue. Where is the tick? Where is the... Is the tick equal to the advance or... disabled? Tick, 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 tick. Tick. You see? If the NPC is not alive, stop the tick and clear the target. So this will never go. But why we are not hitting the... because it's not even ticking. Yeah. So we don't even reach that point, right? Because the NPC is really dead. It is not respawning. He's not respawning by himself. Well, I think we need to change this. I think we have to change this. So I think that the resurrect, even if the resurrect, you know, all this resurrect thingy has been done this way, I think we have to change it. It cannot stay this way because I prefer to have the brain not tick when an NPC is dead, right? To avoid wasting resources. Then making it a bit smart like it was made, right? That in reality the brain is still active and he can resurrect himself. I think we are going to change this. So I think that the tribe will resurrect the guy without you know, and not the guy resurrect himself. I think this is what we will do because if you think about it, right? So what is happening now? What is happening now is the following, which is a bit crazy, right? So no, actually I like the turtle. What is happening now is a bit crazy. So that the NPC dies. So the NPC. So the NPC. I don't know why it cannot be a default, bro. That is always the same. The NPC, which is this giant creature, right? With all his nice mouth, dies, right? And when it dies, the tribe brain, no, his brain, right, gets disabled, right, because he's dead. But at the same time, the mama tribe is saying, don't worry, go resurrect, right? And in theory, in the code, there is a bunch of stuff that is doing, you know, the tribe is adding a reaction into the brain of this guy that he needs to resurrect. This resurrect is triggering a behavior that is resurrecting himself, and that behavior, right, which is this one, resurrect behavior is calling resurrect, and resurrect is another operation. So the operation goes here into resurrect operation, or how the hell it's called, and yes, is creating a new resurrect operation, and the new resurrect operation is then doing run, is searching the tribe again based on the NPCs, checking the home, is checking what the fuck, right? So, and plus is even issuing a command, is issuing an additional command. Let me see this. What the fuck this is doing? Okay, this is basically reloading from the database. Okay, now this is okay. right? But the question is why we don't just call it from the tribe. Why we just don't do it here, right? Why we just don't do it here? Why we just don't resurrect directly here? The tribe knows that he wants to resurrect, right? Just resurrect it. Don't put it in his brain that he needs to resurrect, right? I mean, I understand it's cleaner, right, from the theoretical point of view, because it may be different. The idea could be that different NPC are resurrecting in different ways, and so maybe one is a script for resurrecting immediately, another resurrects only one time. I don't know. So yeah. So I think it is a bit overdone, right? Sometimes, I mean, in our old code, sometimes we were overdoing things. Now, I understand it is nicer because it's, you know, all scripted. But I think that here, instead of trying to, right, for that NPC, just resurrect them, right? So old way doesn't work with tick, with NPC tick disabled. So we redo it, right? So this one is old way and GG, and we don't do it this way anymore, right? So the new way, I mean, the continue, we still need it, huh? So the new way is this. I think we immediately execute a resurrect. Do we want to do it immediately or do we want to do it after some time? I think this was the only advantage of the script, right? Because in the script you could yes, exactly. That is why there was you see this wait duration 120. The problem is that our tribe doesn't have a brain. Oh fuck. I think I have to think about this because yeah, it will basically respawn immediately, right? I mean, if I put it, I can, right? I can put here, I can call directly the same operation that you wanted to call, which was what was handle command resurrect, right? Command resurrect. Yeah, we could call this directly. Which, by the way, I don't even understand. It's going by player ID. It's going by player ID. Yes, it's going by player ID. Okay, which is a bit weird, but yeah, this is even weirder, right? Because this is in the context of the NPC brain. So NPC brain is here, right? So why we don't just do NPC get actor and we pass it to this, right? Why we have to do it by PID? I don't know. I mean, that's completely brain dead. That is completely brain dead, actually. I mean, because it may have been deleted. Nah. I mean, this is, you know, 100%. When we are here, 100% we have the NPC because we use NPC get PID. So 100% we have the NPC brain, right? Now you may say, oh, you have the NPC brain, but you don't have the. But get PID is doing. He's doing PID. Okay, he's getting it from here, but it's the same. You can do it inside the function without you know searching for the guy. Because here we do a find player entity, right? So every time, so we scan through all the entities in the game by ID to find the one that we need to resurrect. While in theory we know it already because it's the NPC, right? And yes, we are loading by player ID. I understand. Are we assigning a new character data every time we resurrect? Probably yes, because the APS character is really destroyed. Okay, so guys, I think I'm at the end of the time, unfortunately. But what we understood, right? If you kill an NPC, is it spawned again? The answer is no, but now we know why, right? We know why, and also we know how to fix it. We just have to fix it. But basically, what we understand here is that the resurrect assumes a brain tick, right? A brain tick, and is not ticking. And at the moment, and now, and it's not, right? So we have to move this to the tribe object. And I think we can probably also configure how fast the NPC are respawning. So this could be part of the growth, right? So we have a growth. I think we can reuse the same, maybe reuse the same growth ratio. The growth rate, right? The same growth rate. I think we have a growth rate for the tribe, which is how fast it spawns new members. I think we can exactly use the same thing for the resurrect, instead of going crazy and redoing it. Celibat Killjoy. Yeah, it was called Joe de Vivre. And he thinks that I don't understand what he means, but I do. Okay, guys, I think that's all. We made good progress. We fixed one enough, and we basically understood this one, and we are very close to fix it. Plus, we did that good refactoring of the, you know, of that missing, of that wrong get pawn, which I think it was a good refactoring anyway. So I think that tomorrow we can finish this and probably then release this tribe finally on the server, which is what I wanted to do since some time already. Okay, so with that, I will say bye-bye to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe we can do a raid, why not? We were raided. I think it's always nice to raid someone else back. To pass the love. First Crimson is here. What is doing? It's working in Unreal. No, it's working in Blender. It's always nice to... That is the guy that we raided yesterday. I think so. Team Vash, Crimson. Okay, let's try the first Crimson. It's okay. I mean, he's working on something else. I mean, he's working on this game, right? But he's in Blender at the moment. But it's okay. I mean, it's okay. In Blender at the moment. So
I mean,
we raid.
it's okay.
We will raid him. Okay, guys. If you can stay for the raid, will be nice. When you reach the channel, just say hello, and I will see you tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time. Remember, you can download our game from our website or from Steam. And yup, see you soon. Bye-bye.